Good afternoon, evening. Um, this is it's a cold evening, cold afternoon, very cold day. Suddenly, um, um, this video will, I suppose, be titled as a newly acquired or whatever, but it's not actually reacquired, game regained. What's that? Struggling to find that word. It's, retrieved, whatever. Um, my birthday was recently my birthday, and my partner gave the game away by saying, "Oh, I found a thing of yours in the flat that you'd misplaced, and I was going to wrap it up for your birthday and pretend it was a new thing." And um, I mean, she should have done just that because that would have been a nice surprise and funny, amusing. Um, and this was a game that I bloody knew I had. I uh, I kind of looked for it a couple times with the thinking that I had it, and I was kind of right. It is Pokemon Red. You don't need to be told that. You've seen the title of the video, I suppose. Now, this I think. So when I first got Pokemon, I got kind of late to the party, and I got for I think my Christmas one year. I got a Game Boy Color, kind of transparent purple or however they were, and Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. And I played them. I started them both together, and I played them concurrently. And so it's one of the few generations where I don't have a so strong an attachment to one version over the other. Um, and I can't really remember whether this is the copy that I got first. I kind of suspect not. Um, I certainly I remember buying. I kind of in high school I kind of started a wee Pokemon revival among a few of my friends and like people that were people I knew. There were quite a few people eventually in my year in school. It was like third or second or third year. I think it was like third year who started replaying Pokemon. Uh, and it was around that time that I bought them. I bought them again, and this kind of happened. I was like, oh, I'm playing Pokemon again. Tried to get a few of my friends into it, and a few of them did, and a few of them uh, didn't, and a few other people even that I hadn't spoken to had done it. I was like trying to start something, but it did turn out that quite a few other people did that around the same time at my suggestion, directly or indirectly. Anyway, so I do remember reacquiring these games. So it was either red or it was blue. So that gives me reason to believe that this is not the copy I had been given originally. Although I seem to remember it being blue that I bought again as a teenager, but who knows? I mean, I traded games in so often back in the day that I forget which ones I got rid of and got again. Most of them I got rid of and got again. Very few games I own now are the ones I had when I was younger. Anyway, it's hard for me to say now whether I have a stronger attachment to Pokemon Red or Pokemon Blue. Um, I probably have a stronger attachment to Charmander as a starter. You know, once you get past the first couple of gyms, which are you're kind of at a disadvantage to deal with Charmander. He kind of he really comes into his own, and certainly very well equipped to deal with like bug trainers and stuff at the beginning of the game. But yeah, you never get fire Pokemon that early in the game other than your starter, so it's quite um, there's always an advantage to that, and there's an appeal to that because they're special at the beginning of the game in the way that a grass type Pokemon is not that special. It's not that uncommon at that part of the game. And water, to a lesser extent, water Pokemon are still fairly uncommon early game, ordinarily, and certainly in the first generation. So, yeah, but I think recently Pokemon Blue has gained a bit more prominence in my mind as the game that I would like to replay and like to have again as a first generation Pokemon game. If I were to have bought a copy of Pokemon Red myself, I wouldn't have bought one that looked like this. These this line of wear is typical of, well, I should say Game Boy games, but really it's something I've only noticed as being really, really common, pretty much ubiquitous with Pokemon games. I suppose it's just because they were the most played and they're probably they're the most popular Game Boy games, so you probably see more of them anyway, but maybe because they were so feverishly played. Oh, oh goodness! Should have covered my mouth. Oh well. This is where the game goes into the Game Boy. This side shows, and people grab it there, and that's where that wear comes from. And it's really a game without that wear that I would be looking for, and I've seen on a couple of occasions, particularly with Pokemon Blue. So, it's kind of I get myself into a bit of a quandary when I think whether I should, with these games that, a game like this that I've had for quite a long time now, however long it was, whether it's since I was a teenager or since I was more like 10 or something, 9 or 10, I can't remember. Do I replace it because of its condition, or do I keep it because of its antiquity or whatever? It's being my game. I'm inclined to say that I only care about that in a few select circumstances, and Pokemon would be one of them if it still had the file with like my classic team on it. And that's a really good example of attachment to a game. It's attachment to a specific game file, a specific adventure that you were particularly invested in and you spent more time on. I replay these games so many countless times that no such kind of quintessential game file for me on any of the Pokemon games still exists. And I do have so few of the Pokemon games I once owned, sadly. I lost them or traded them in over the years. The only one that might still be the one I always had is Pokemon Gold. And I suppose the later generations, Pokemon Emerald. In fact, I don't even have Pokemon Emerald. I don't even know where that went. Pokemon Ruby I had, I don't know where it went. I've got it again, obviously, but the only ones I can think of that are definitely the ones I bought are, it's trivial, really. I think of it as trivial. I bought them at a time when I stopped trading games in Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Black, or is it White? Can't remember which one I have, and Pokemon Heart Gold. Ooh, and that's it, actually. Even Pokemon Leaf Green, which I think was the one I bought, I traded in or got rid of or lost or something. I think I lost it. I think I lost it on that bus where I lost a lot of Game Boy games and DS games. I talked about it in another video. I have Pokemon Fire Red, or I had it again, but again, fucking probably lost it again. Yeah, there's more to talk about with Pokemon for sure, but this kind of I came across this again by accident. But I was going to say being gifted it again adds another element of should I get rid of it, because it's kind of like someone's given it to me as a gift, and that feels crude to trade it in to get one that looks better, is nicer. But it's hard to say whether I should attach any sentimental value to something of mine that someone found and gifted me as a kind of joke. I shouldn't really feel beholden to their kind of pretend generosity. Anyway, um, that will do. I've kind of reacquired this. It was found. It was lost, now it's found. And there's relatively little profound in that.